Hello, hi, and welcome to this week's Bite Size. Okay, so this week something slightly different, a short sequence just to help ease off lower back and hip areas. Okay, so a nice, gentle, slow sequence. All you'll need is possibly something underneath your head, a small cushion, and a strap and something comfortable to lie down on. Okay, so make your way to the mats. Come, if you're comfortable, you can skip this first bit if you're not happy on your knees, but if you're okay on your knees, let's just begin with one of the ultimate postures for backs, for spines, and that's the cats. So come onto all fours, spread your fingers well, spread the weight well. Have your hands under your shoulders, knees under hips. And just begin with very, very small movements at the base of the spine. Tiny, tiny movements. Maybe close your eyes so you can really take your awareness to what's going on in your back, how it feels, how it wants to move. We're working very much with the body. Okay. And then if you feel like you want to do a bit more, start to make these moves a little bit bigger. Rounding and arching the spine and then hollowing it. So if you're not comfortable on your wrists, you do have the option to do this seated in the chair. Or what's sometimes quite nice is to take something, rolled up blankets, and place it underneath your hands, and that just reduces the amount of flexion in the wrists. Okay, the other thing that people sometimes do is to make fists, which again avoids having to bend the wrists. Okay, but just some nice movement in the spine is good. And then if you're able to, take the knees wide, keep the toes together and sit back, taking your bottom towards your heels. And then you could come down onto your forearms and rest your head either on the mat or on some support. And this gives the lower back area quite a good stretch. And again, you just go down as far as you can. If that's not comfortable on your knees, you can use this rolled up blanket and place it behind the knees so that when you sit back, you're not bending your knees quite as much. And some people find that's a bit easier. Or keep the bottom in the air and come further forward. So today, just really think, well, as always, about moving in a way that feels comfortable for you. So when you've done a few cat stretches, take yourself down now and lie on your back. Okay. And just begin by bending the knees, having your feet flat on the floor. And to be really comfy in the lower back, take the feet a bit wider to the outside edges of your mat. Check in with your neck as well, make sure that's comfortable. And if your chin juts up to the ceiling, put either a small cushion or a folded blanket under your head for support. Okay, so be comfortable and just begin by really trying to relax the whole body actually, but relax the muscles in the back. Okay, a lot of back pain is caused by tightness, by tension in the muscles. So we almost have to sort of relearn habits, and we have to teach ourselves how to relax. Teach the muscles in the back how to let go when they're not needed. They're needed so much of the time, they get used to being switched on, and they find it hard to switch off sometimes. So really sink the tailbone into the mat. Take some quiet breaths and just relax the whole of the body as much as you can. Allow your body to become heavy and relaxed. Okay, and you might not feel you're doing very much here, but actually you are. You're giving your back a real treat. And if you could spend 10 minutes just like this, that would be great in itself. Okay, so we're going to bring some movement in now. So begin by picking up your right leg, taking hold, left hand behind, right foot, right hand on top, and just drawing the knee towards you. Okay, and if possible, stretching the left foot out along the floor and pushing the heel away. So just hug that knee in towards you as much as you can. Few breaths here. Okay, and then before you put that down, just place the foot just above the left knee. Take your left hand to the outside of that right knee and rest your right hand out on the floor at shoulder height. And then very, very gently, just draw the knee across the body to feel some stretch in this area here, the outer thigh and hip area. And just have some breaths, quiet breaths here. If your head's on support, it's safest to stay facing the ceiling. Otherwise, quite nice to turn your head away from the knee. And just pause here. Okay. And then bring the foot back, place it down on the floor and just allow the knee to drop out to the side. Now you might want to use a cushion or something underneath just to make that hip, lower back area more comfortable. So take some support under the knee just to raise the floor a little so that your back stays in good alignment and your pelvis. Okay, it's kind of like a lying down tree pose. Just take a few breaths here. And then breathe in, help the knee back. And take hold of your belt now. We're still on this right leg. Draw the knee up towards you and take the belt around the instep. Bend up your left knee, foot flat on the floor. Okay. And we're going to take the foot towards the ceiling. Now, see how high you want to go. Okay, ideally, we're aiming to get the shin vertical and the foot facing the ceiling, but that might feel too strong. Okay, use the belt to position your foot so that you are feeling some stretch in the hamstrings. It's a good hamstring stretch, but there's no strain. Okay, if you don't need your belt, you would take the same hand, the right hand, to the outside edge of the foot and use that for support as well. And we're drawing the knee downwards towards the mat, towards your armpits. The more you take the heel up towards the ceiling, the stronger the stretch will be. Okay, so a few breaths here. And then take that foot, place it just above your left knee and allow the right knee to just ease away. And you might want to use the hand and just encourage a little more stretch. Okay. Few breaths here. And then we're going to take hold of our belt again, place it around the foot and do a standard hamstring stretch. So hold the leg straight, draw it towards you until you feel the stretch down the back of the leg. And just hold it nice and steady. Keeping the other knee bent, or if you want more of a stretch, sliding it out along the floor. But the leg you're stretching should be straight. That's the priority. Hold it nice and steady. Breathing into the stretch. If it's too strong, allow the leg to lower to maintain the straightness. Making up words probably. Okay. And then let go of the belt. Leave the leg in the air and just take the hands down by your side, palms facing the floor. And let's just draw some small circles in the air with that leg. Tiny circles. One way and then the other. And this is actually strengthening your core. If you need to, bend up the other knee. Keeping the pelvis steady, keeping the spine steady, making sure your neck is comfortable. Okay. And then we're just going to lower that leg to the floor and see how it feels. And it probably feels quite different to your left. More sort of floppy, turned out, more relaxed. So we're going to do the same on the other side. Okay. So on the other side, let's begin. Bend up the right knee and then draw the left knee in towards you. Right hand sandwiches behind the knee. Left hand on top, draw the knee in, and then if it feels okay, stretch the right leg out along the floor. Hug in towards you, knee to chest. Feeling a stretch as you push that foot away on your right side at the front of the hip there. And then place the foot just above the right knee. Take your right hand to the outside of your left arm on the floor, and we're just easing the knee across the body, keeping both shoulders in contact with the floor. Feeling a stretch now on the outer left hip and thigh. Lovely. And then as you roll back onto your back, take your cushion, good idea to use something. We're doing our lying down tree pose, so just have the left foot anywhere along the inside of the right leg and allow the knee to drop down towards the mat. Checking that the rest of the body stays in good alignment. Just a few breaths here. And then take the hand onto the outside of the left leg, bring the knee back. And we're going to bring our belt in now and wrap it around the inside of the left foot. Lift the foot into the air, bend, keeping the knee bent firstly, and just drawing the knee down towards your armpit and turning the sole of your foot up towards the ceiling. And we're trying to get that left shin vertical. Okay, so with the belt, and be anywhere you need to be, or using the hand. So the hand sort of goes on the outside of the foot, and that helps to align the foot. It's as if you're walking on the ceiling. Draw the knee down, lifting the heel if you want more of a stretch to the ceiling. Pausing for a few breaths here. And then take that foot, place it just above your right knee, and use your left hand to just ease your left knee away from you. Okay, and then back with your belt, take it around the instep, hold the left leg straight, draw it towards you until you feel the stretch in your hamstrings. Hold it nice and steady. Slide the other leg out along the floor if you wish. Take your time with these stretches. A good stretch for tight muscles should be at least 30 seconds per stretch. And then when you're done, pop your belt to one side, and we'll just finish off as we did on the right side by circling that leg in the air. And you can do that with your other leg bent or straight. Core engaged, keeping the body on the mat, just small circles. Take the hands to the side of you, palms facing down, just for a little bit more support. Going in both directions, helping to strengthen the core and good movement for the hips. And then when you're done, lay that leg down on the mat next to the other one while hip distance apart. Let the toes fall out. And hopefully now the legs feel pretty similar and both nice and relaxed all the way from your hips right down to your feet. And if you're comfortable here, then stay here and just relax. If that's not good for your lower back, often nicer to bend the knees. Allow the knees to turn inwards and relax like that. But do spend some time, if you can, at the end of the sequence, just enjoying a short relaxation. And then when you are ready to come up, roll over onto one side, pause, few breaths here, and come up slowly. Okay, hope you enjoyed, and I hope your back and your legs and your hips feel better for it. Namaste.